Don't like the Big Bang Theory? Here are 10 episodes to make you fall in love with Sheldon and his friends. When The Big Bang Theory first premiered in 2007, it quickly became one of television's most polarizing sitcoms. For some, it was a nerdy love letter to science, pop culture, and friendship. For others, it seemed like an overhyped laugh track machine filled with social awkwardness and sarcasm. But if you've ever dismissed it too soon, there's good news. Beneath the surface-level quirks lies a series that, at its best, celebrates human connection, growth, and geeky joy. Whether you're a skeptic or a lapsed viewer, these 10 episodes showcase The Big Bang Theory at its most clever, emotional, and downright lovable. Watch these, and you might just find yourself rooting for Sheldon, Leonard, Penny, and the rest of the gang after all. 1. The Bath Item Gift Hypothesis, Season 2, Episode 11. If you watch only one episode to understand why Sheldon Cooper became one of TV's most iconic characters, make it this one. When Penny gives Sheldon a Christmas gift, he spirals into a frenzy trying to find a socially acceptable reciprocal present. What follows is one of the most unexpectedly heartwarming scenes in the show's entire run. Sheldon's overwhelmed hug of Penny after learning her gift is a napkin signed by Leonard Nimoy. It's a perfect distillation of what The Big Bang Theory does best, finding deep emotional truth in socially awkward interactions. Beneath the layers of sarcasm and science jargon, Sheldon's act of hugging Penny is a monumental step, a rare, pure moment of vulnerability that even non-fans can't help but love. 2. The Adhesive Duct Deficiency, Season 3, Episode 8. Here's the episode that proves the chemistry between Sheldon and Penny was never about romance, it was about genuine friendship. When Penny dislocates her shoulder in the shower, Sheldon has to help her to the hospital. What sounds like a setup for crude humor turns into an unexpectedly tender exploration of trust. Sheldon, who's usually rigid about physical contact, goes above and beyond to care for Penny in his own awkward way. The episode shows how much warmth The Big Bang Theory can generate from unlikely relationships. You see Sheldon's humanity peek through his quirks, and Penny's patience in dealing with his eccentricities makes their bond truly shine. 3. The Staircase Implementation, Season 3, Episode 22. Ever wondered how this group of lovable misfits ended up together? This episode finally explains it, and it's both hilarious and surprisingly touching. Leonard recounts to Penny the story of how he met Sheldon, their first apartment arrangement, and how the elevator in the building broke down, a mystery often joked about throughout the series. The flashbacks reveal early glimpses of Howard and Raj, and it's delightful to see everyone before they became the close-knit unit we know. This episode gives the show's history depth, grounding the characters' eccentricities in real relationships. It's also a perfect entry point for new viewers, an origin story that captures the series' charm and heart. 4. The Love Car Displacement, Season 4, Episode 13. One hotel room, 4 couples, and an avalanche of romantic chaos. What could go wrong? This episode places all the characters at a science conference where old jealousies, relationship insecurities, and comic misunderstandings boil over in classic sitcom fashion. From Sheldon's scheduling obsession to Howard's romantic blunders, it's a wild ride that blends sharp humor with surprisingly relatable emotional beats. Even skeptics of The Big Bang Theory will appreciate how well this episode juggles multiple subplots while giving every character a moment to shine. 5. The Einstein Approximation, Season 3, Episode 14. For those who think Sheldon is just an unfeeling robot in a human body, this episode might change your mind. Plagued by an unsolved physics problem, Sheldon becomes consumed by obsession. He ends up taking a job as a busboy at the Cheesecake Factory, hoping that menial labor will stimulate his brain like Einstein's patent office days. What follows is a brilliant blend of slapstick and psychology, showcasing how Sheldon's genius is both his gift and his burden. It's also one of Jim Parsons' most remarkable performances, manic, funny, and unexpectedly humanizing. You don't just laugh at Sheldon here, you start to understand him. 6. The 43 Peculiarity, Season 6, Episode 8. By Season 6, Sheldon and Amy's relationship agreement had already become one of the show's most delightfully bizarre elements. But this episode, centered on Sheldon's mysterious 43 routine, offers something deeper. When Leonard and Raj spy on Sheldon's secret behavior, they find him hiding in a university classroom, making imaginary wormholes on a whiteboard. The reveal is both funny and oddly poignant. It's Sheldon's way of playing pretend, of giving himself joy in an adult world that often confuses him. It's a moment that reframes Sheldon not as cold, but as someone who channels imagination differently, through intellect rather than emotion. 7. The Scavenger Vortex, Season 7, Episode 3. Forget romantic drama, this is pure, geeky comedy gold. The group splits into teams for a scavenger hunt, and chaos ensues as competitiveness takes over. Watching Sheldon team up with Penny and get outsmarted by her street smarts is especially hilarious. Amy and Howard's unexpected chemistry is a highlight, and Raj's childlike enthusiasm ties it all together. The episode captures the Big Bang Theory's ensemble magic at full force. Everyone gets their comedic moment, and the interplay feels like a well-tuned symphony of nerdy personalities colliding. 8. The Opening Night Excitation, Season 9, Episode 11. For 9 seasons, fans waited to see if Sheldon and Amy's romance would truly evolve, and this was the night it finally did. Coinciding with the release of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Sheldon faces a tough decision: go to the movie premiere with his friends or spend Amy's birthday with her. His choice, and the way he approaches their first intimate night together, is a masterclass in character growth. Handled with surprising sensitivity and humor, the episode turns what could have been an awkward punchline into a genuine emotional milestone. Even if you're not a Big Bang fan, it's impossible not to be moved by Sheldon's awkward sincerity and Amy's patience. 9. The Collaboration Contamination, Season 11, Episode 5. One of the late series gems, this episode highlights how much everyone has grown while keeping the humor intact. Amy and Howard team up on a research project, sparking jealousy in their respective partners. Meanwhile, Sheldon and Raj struggle to adapt to their new friendship dynamic. The result is a smart, multi-layered episode that explores professional envy and emotional maturity with the show's trademark wit. It's proof that even in its later years, The Big Bang Theory still knew how to balance intellect and emotion, and how to make its characters feel like a real family of flawed, lovable weirdos. 10. The Stockholm Syndrome, Season 12, Episode 24. The series finale is often where sitcoms stumble, but The Big Bang Theory ended on an almost perfect note. As the gang travels to Stockholm for Sheldon and Amy's Nobel Prize ceremony, old tensions surface, especially Sheldon's tendency to put his work above his friends. But in a rare moment of self-awareness, Sheldon delivers a heartfelt speech acknowledging every person who stood by him. For a character once defined by selfishness, it's a full-circle moment of gratitude and humility. Watching Leonard, Penny, Raj, and the rest beam with pride reminds viewers why this group captured hearts for over a decade. Even if you've never been a fan, this episode might leave you unexpectedly emotional, a fitting farewell to a show that grew as much as its characters did. Why these episodes work even if you're not a fan. What makes these 10 episodes special isn't just the jokes or the geeky references, it's the humanity. The Big Bang Theory has always been about misfits finding belonging, about people learning to love others who don't always think or act the same way they do. Sheldon may start as a caricature, but through moments like hugging Penny or choosing Amy over Star Wars, he becomes a symbol of growth. Penny, once the normal neighbor, evolves into the emotional glue of the group. Leonard learns to accept his self-worth, Raj grows out of his insecurities, and Howard matures from an immature flirt to a devoted husband and father. Each episode listed